Hey everyone, welcome back. So I got this really interesting tip about this gravel that may have gold in it. Now my buddy on Facebook, Dan Parkinson, he sent me this video. We'll watch it real quick. And you can't really see it very close, but he sent me a different video where you can see and it looks like gold.
Yeah, just in this one tower garden that I put the sand in, I found like probably 6 or 7 of these gold flecks, like that one and that one over there.
Yeah, right there. It's hard to see. Now he didn't send me any like super close-up macro pictures or anything, but he told me the exact product, and I went ahead and purchased a bag. It is called the Aqua Natural Ice White Natural River Gravel. Bag looks like that. I bought it on Amazon. I forget what it costs. I'll put the price right here. But the plan for this video is to take this over to the panning station, rip it open, and go through this and see if we can find some gold. And if we can, right now gold is worth $3,300 something an ounce. This might actually be a good deal, but I don't know. It's just an interesting idea. I thought I would make a video. And if I don't find any gold, you're not gonna see this intro. So yes, we found gold apparently. All right, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, here it is, a 10-pound bag of ice white natural river gravel from Aqua Natural from Amazon. Let's take a look at it in a pan. Nice. All right, I'm gonna rip this open, and I'm looking through the bag. You can see I do see some mineralization, material that's not exactly white. So as you can see, there are pieces that are not completely white like this one, and these mineralized pieces, that's where we're gonna find gold if there's any in here. I'll do my best here to show some magnification of it. That does not look like gold. But any of this mineralized stuff that I can see, I'm just gonna throw it into a separate pan, and then we'll actually crush this up and pan it out and see if we can get any free mill gold out of it. If I can find any actual gold, that would be really cool, but I'm really not expecting to. But you never know. Alright, so you might be wondering, why would there be gold in this material? So this is natural river gravel, and it is a white color, which tells me that this is quartz, and quartz is a natural host rock for gold, depending on the geology. I did try to contact the company Aqua Natural on Facebook, and it was really strange because I sent them a message on Facebook. I can see that they read my message, but they didn't respond. So I don't know what's up with these guys, but all I asked was where this stuff comes from, where it originates from, and they didn't want to answer me for whatever reason. Okay, I'm just gonna take my time and pick through this stuff and get as much of the mineralized stuff out by hand that I can. All right, I found a piece here that is extremely mineralized, and it looks like there's pyrite or some kind of possible gold in there. Hold on, let me get a better shot. So I know it's not the best picture in the world, but you can see that there's definitely a high amount of mineralization in there. It's hard to tell if it's pyrite or gold. Like, pyrite is fool's gold, but I'm taking out every little piece that's mineralized, and we're gonna crush this up. I've been at this for a little while. I guess I'll finish up the rest of this bag, and if I find anything interesting, I'll let you know. All right, a few minutes later, and I think I actually found some gold here. Look at this. You see how yellow it is? When you find pyrite, yes, pyrite can be that yellow, but that really looks like a piece of gold in this piece of quartz, and it's a really mineralized piece. That really does look like gold. That's the first piece that I saw that actually looks like real gold. That is very, very promising, and so I'm actually starting to get excited here. Is that another piece? Oh yeah, I think. You see it in there? It's like trapped within the rock. I know it's hard to see, but once we crush this up and pan it out, we'll know for sure. Hopefully we keep finding pieces like that. I'm just grabbing anything that's not completely white. Yeah, I could probably just crush everything and pan it out. The reason I don't want to do that is because I'm using a 1970s thrift store blender to crush my rocks, and it's probably only going to be good for a smaller amount. If the blades hold up, then yes, we'll crush as much as we can. Some of these rocks aren't even like trying to be quartz. Others are just jagged little mineralized pieces. But you know, the vast majority, here's another just like random pebble. If you have a rock crusher, don't do what I'm doing, because this is taking a whole lot of time, but I don't mind. It's kind of fun actually. Oh, what is that? Some of these pieces just have what looks like rust on it. When you see that solid yellow gold, you know that it's a really good chance that it's gold. Yeah, there are some chalcopyrites and stuff. Let me show you. So here's some examples of fool's gold. This is pyrite, better known as fool's gold. This is chalcopyrite, which can also be considered fool's gold, and you can see that this is much more yellow than this. It looks much closer to real gold. And then real gold does look like the chalcopyrite. So sometimes it can be very difficult to tell the difference. I think it's another piece that I can actually see gold in right here. I might have been seeing things. Let's look at it up close here. Yeah, it's real hard to tell. It could be some gold trapped inside the rock, or it could just be nothing. Yeah, a lot of this stuff looks pretty good. All right, it's a couple minutes later, and I got everything that I saw that was not exactly the same color. There are some interesting looking rocks in there, and also the dust at the bottom of the bag. The reason I'm keeping the dust is because gold is the heaviest, and it would probably go to the bottom of the bag. So there's a possibility. Anyway, let's take a close-up look at that. So there are some pretty interesting looking rocks in there. There are some that contain high amounts of mineralization, which is a good indicator that there may be gold. This piece right here, that one is highly mineralized. It looks like possible gold in it. And there's other pieces like that in here too. I just got that one on camera the best. Like this one here. But yeah, we'll crush it all up and we'll see what we get. Look at this old plug. Does it even work? Oh, it does. Whenever I'm at the thrift store, if I see a blender or a coffee grinder for around the $4 or $5 mark, I'll always grab them just because I don't have an actual rock crusher. Well, I kind of do, but it's a pain to get it all set up. It's pneumatic, and I have like this crushing pot, and it's just easier to use the blender. And we'll see if this works. Don't breathe this. All right, I'm just gonna add water to get rid of that dust. All right, it's ready to pan. So I'll bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and a bit of jet dry to break the surface tension of the water so any of that really fine gold won't float away. Okay, here's what the material looks like. Basically like white beach sand is what it looks like. I'll just pan off the overburden. It should only be one pan to find out if we have gold in here. There's a few chunks floating around in there. I think that's okay. And also, if I would crush the entire bag, I would probably get better results. All right, let's pan this back and see if we actually got anything. If we did, that would be, I think it's a 50-50 shot, because I think I may have seen gold, but I can't say for sure. I actually see gold in here. Holy cow, look at this. Watch the top of the pan. Watch this. Wow, there's actually a lot of gold in there. Holy, seriously? There's like chunks in there. Where did that come from? Oh man, I'm crushing up the rest of that bag. Look at that. That's insane. There's like everything from really, really fine flour gold to chunks of gold with the quartz still stuck to it. I was not expecting that. I was expecting maybe some flour gold if we were very, very lucky. This is crazy. That is crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and just grind up the rest of that. Well, first I'm gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna grind the rest of the bag to see what else we get. I can't believe that. And this bag, I can't remember the price of the bag, but it wasn't very expensive. And there's pay dirt bags that you can buy that you would get less gold than this. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna grab this with a snuffer bottle. I can't believe that. I thought we might find a little tiny piece, but not that. There's still pieces over here. I'm just grabbing it with my snuffer. I'm gonna pan this one more time. Yeah, I'm still finding gold. Look at that. Like, there's a really good amount of gold in there. All right, this is actually very exciting because I didn't even crush the whole bag. I just crushed up a very, very small, look at this. I have this much left to crush, but I did kind of pick and choose. I did take my time and I did pick the ones that looked the best, but there's still some darker colored rocks in here. I'll just try to grind up as much as I can, or at least, you know, just at least another pan just to see if we get the same amount or more. That's nuts. So that first amount crushed up very easily. I'm only gonna do like one scoop. I don't want to completely destroy the blades. All right, so this is extremely white stuff here. We'll pan it out and see what we get. I'm just curious to see if there's anything in the pure white stuff too. There has to be something. See how much whiter it is than the last stuff. It looks like snow almost. The other stuff was the real mineralized stuff that was most likely to have gold. This stuff, I don't know. We're gonna find out in a second here. I mean, I was expecting a little bit, maybe, if we were lucky. Not something better than a, you know, $30 bag of pay dirt. All right, let's spin this back and see. Get the camera on it. There we go. Autofocus. There we go. Okay, there's no gold at all. Oh yeah, there is. There's like one little piece of flour gold that I saw. Where is it? There's one tiny piece of flour gold in all of that. So I think I had the right idea picking out all the mineralized stuff. Let's empty out the snuffer bottle and take a closer look at this stuff. Let me clean up this water. All right, I'm gonna pour this out and clean it up, and we're actually gonna weigh it up to see how much gold we were able to recover from this bag of Amazon rocks. You know what, let me go find out the price. I know I put it on the screen before, but I still actually don't know the price. I'll be right back. Okay, I checked the price, and it was $18.24 on Amazon for a 10-pound bag. If you guys want a bag of this, I will put a link in the description. It's an Amazon affiliate link. But look at that. I never would have expected to find that much gold by crushing these pieces of quartz that you can buy as aquarium gravel on Amazon. So I'm gonna dry this out, weigh it up, and I'll get a value on it. All right, so not only am I surprised that we actually found some gold, I'm like in total disbelief that we actually found 0.04 grams. Actually, it's 0.04 when you enter it in here. And we're gonna call it 24 karat pure, because if you didn't already know, natural placer gold just like this It's not 24 karat pure, but if you want to sell your gold, if you have gold like this and you want to sell it and you want to get close to 24 karat spot value, you can sell it to gold pay dirt vendors like myself. And if you want to sell your gold, go to kleshgold.com, click on the sell your gold link, and I will send you a free quote and buy your gold. So, all right, $4.26 worth of gold. I thought we had more than that when I was looking at it, maybe just because I was so surprised that we found so much in there. It's important to note, though, that I did take the time to pick out all the mineralized stuff and crush that only. Then you saw me crush a full scoop of the completely white stuff, and we found basically nothing. There was one small piece of flour gold in there. But that blew me away. I can't believe that. Really, that is insane. I didn't think I'd have to edit a video when I was making the intro because I didn't think we would actually find anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot, Dan, for giving me this idea. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that. I put out treasure hunting videos all the time on this channel, not just pay dirt videos and stuff like this, but all sorts of stuff. Check out the playlist below. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks everyone for watching my video. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that actually watched the whole thing, so I really appreciate that. Also, a big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters and channel members on the screen. And if you like this video, you're going to like the other ones linked here on the screen as well. And thanks for watching.